Previously, I've shown you the slope y-intercept equation of a line, which is y equals mx plus b. But this is not how equations of lines are typically shown. They are actually shown in the form of a standard form, where you see ax plus by plus c equals 0. Now you're wondering what all these letters represent. A is just a placeholder for another number. B is another placeholder for another number, and C is another placeholder for another number. What is similar between the standard form and the slope y-intercept form is that we still have our variables x and y. So regardless of which form it's in, an equation of a line requires numbers, which in this case is a, b, and c, and the variables x and y. In this standard form, instead of the y equals mx plus b, all the numbers and variables are moved to the left side, as you see here, and the right side of the equal sign is just 0. So, when we need to, from the standard form, you can't get any information. This b does not represent the y-intercept. Please note that. This b here is not, and I repeat, not the y-intercept, like you would think so from the slope y-intercept form. None of these numbers mean anything. To get it into a meaningful equation, I have to convert from my standard form to my slope y-intercept form. So let's go through an example and see how we can come up with information so we can draw and get information about our equation of a line. So here's an example of 6x plus 2y plus 8 equals 0. So if I compare that to my slope y-intercept form of y equals mx plus b, I have to isolate so that the y is the only thing with no numbers in front on the left side of the equal signs, and everything else is on the right side of the equal sign. Okay? So, here is my y. I have to leave this on the left side of the equation, and I have to move everything else to the right side. So, let's move this 8 to the right side of the equation. So, I have left over is a 6x plus 2y, and remember, when I move something to the other side of the equal sign, it changes the sign. So instead of plus 8, it becomes a minus 8. Now, I need to move my 6x, because I only want the y left over. So let's move that 6x over to the other side. So I have left over 2y on the left side. I still have my minus 8, but now my 6x becomes a negative 6x. Right? Because when I move it over to the other side, I change the sign. But again, my y, like I said before, in my slope y-intercept form, has to be by itself. No numbers in front. So to remove this number 2 in front of the y, I have to divide, because right now there's a multiplication sign between the 2 and the y. What I do to the left side, I have to do to the right side. So I have to divide everything here by 2. So now I'm left over with y equals negative 6x minus 8 over 2. Negative 6x, if I want to break this up, divide by 2 is only minus 3x. A minus 8 divided by 2 would give me a minus 4. Now, if I look at this, this is my equation of a line in the slope y-intercept form, which is what I want. Because now, from this form, I can determine specific information about my line, such as my y-intercept and my slope. And from that, I can draw an equation, this equation into a graph, and I can identify the slope and the y-intercept.